I am recording this session. It is good session. Yes. So in the master class, actually, what is the most important thing? Learn English as a first language, because we are learning English as a second language, and this is the biggest reason, biggest issue. That's why we are facing lots of issues. If you start learning English as your first language, then your progress will be real and lasting. So the main thing is that how to learn actually English as a first language. Right now we are start translating. If you want to learn a apple, so apple means save, and this is the problem. So whenever we see a apple, a save, so that its meaning is apple. So if we start thinking and the feeling in the same way, that is, it is apple, it is an apple. So the whole narrative will got changed. And today's lesson is good lesson, make you feel more fluent, because it is lesson is good. So you start feeling you are more fluent. So problem in the lesson is that the lesson is actually not teaching you exactly how you should learn. They are teaching you translation. So understanding the lesson is important. How you understand the lesson. And real understanding comes by only one thing. Whenever you are just getting a feeling that you have fully understood it properly, exactly. So example, one day I have seen a lesson in YouTube, and some teacher was teaching, and this was example. Do you say stick out of your tongue or take out of your tongue? And the answer is stick out. But this answer did not make the clarity that why I am saying the stick out. It is forcing us to memorize it, that we have to use stick out. And this is the real challenge for students. They are not getting clarity. Why I am using this stick out? Okay, so let's move further and just try to analyze. And analyze is important. So main thing is that I am telling you here, if you stick out my tongue, so it simply means I am pushing my tongue out of my mouth. Stick out. Pushing. It is a physiological process. And it's moving outward. And in the same way, I might stick my hand out of a car window. I am stretching my hand out. People stick out of the thumb when they are hitching and trying to get a ride from a stranger. They stick out like this. If you have done something good, then I stick out my hand, thumb, because it is now it is very common in the social media era. So it is stick out. But the main thing is that if you want to take out my tongue, so I pull it with my hand. Whenever I am just pulling it out my hand, that is take out. And it is awkward and a bit slippery as well, but it is possible. And this is why it's pull out our hands out of the pocket. When we take out our hands, take out from a desk, or take out a wallet from your pocket or anything. If you're taking it out, means whenever you are using your hand, that is called taking it out. But whenever due to the physiological process, if you're taking it out, it is called stick out.
Yeah.
Stick out. And this is the real difference, because here in the class, example, whatever we have discussed here, actually he was just giving us, asking it, quizzing the answer, guessing, asking student to memorize the answer. Do you say stick out of your tongue or take out your tongue? The answer is stick out. So you are not getting the feeling of the language. Whenever you're learning English as a first language, you are learning based on the understanding, based on the feeling, not the memorizing. So feeling is important. Feeling is the most important things. So I'm just giving you one more thing, cutting out. And cutting out means simply that you are not allowing to somebody else to speak. Cutting out someone's tongue. Suppose that in the meeting, the boss has cut out the tongue of his employees because he is not allowing them to speak. And that is all about the cutting out. I hope that you have understood this thing. And the main
Yes.
thing is that main thing is that I am telling you. So I am just coming back about this novelty. I am coming back. But the objective is behind all this thing is teaching is that why it is important. Why it is always important that we have to understand the real pattern, real understanding, the feeling. That is most important. Whenever you're the feeling, whenever you're getting the feeling, then only can you understand the real intention and the real flow. So I hope that you have understood this thing. And I am
Yes,
telling
sir.
you,
Yes.
I am telling you one thing. Whenever okay, so this is the first portion. So I am just moving for the second portions. Review is very important. Whenever you're learning language, always make sure that you have a right review. Because in a school system, in the college system, in old traditional method system, teacher always force us, ask us to drill same, exercise the same patterns, exercise it, learn it, memorize it. Repeating is the same thing, and that is totally a wrong method, wrong approach. The main thing is that our brain loves novelty. That's why whenever you're just learning, the students is learning from the YouTube, they are keep changing their videos. They are learning from one video something, then now they are changing. Now again they are changing. They again searching again and again because their brain loves novelty. He's getting bored. They just keep doing same thing. He's getting bored. He is not getting some fresh thing, some original ideas, new ideas. Every time he's looking for the original ideas, new ideas. So novelty is very important. So whenever a baby, American baby or the British baby, they always get review, natural review. So washing your hand, keep quiet. So he's listening it again and again from the different persons in different ways. So he is learning the creativity of communication, creative communication, indirectly reviewing again and again in different ways. So novelty always remain. He always getting fresh and original ideas. Real communication is important. And this is the problem here in our school system. Second thing is copy native English speakers. Native English speaker, how they speak, how they creative. If you are creative enough, if you are just getting a feeling of the language, understanding the feeling of the language, and that is very important. If you're not getting the feeling, so then you will always get the board. And the main thing is that in the review system, I am telling you. So whenever you're reviewing, always feel that how you can say something new. Stick out your talent. So how you can feel it, stick out. Suppose that I am showing a picture where you have seen, I think, the picture of the Einstein, where Einstein has stick out his tongue. You have seen the picture. I am just showing this picture. So Einstein has actually stick out his tongue, and the people just laughing on him, or somebody is saying something. So main thing is that actually it is not working here. Internet is not working properly. So Einstein has a picture where he has stick out his tongue. You can search it. We will discuss about this later. And this way, actually, you are getting a feeling of understanding. Feeling. Suppose that today you are just walking with your friend, and unfortunately, your friend has hit some stone, and due to that stone, he got a scratch in his foot, and now he is actually he got hurt. He has pain. So he is again and again thinking about it and talking about that. But now you are friend, so you are just consoling him and asking him just shake it off, just
Shake it off.
ignore it. Ignore it.
Forget.
Or
Ignore
shake
it.
it. So shake it off is best way. Whenever you have lots of things, because you are also a preacher, you know very well. Because if we just keep thinking about something that is happening in the past, and we are keep thinking, so we are just allowing ourselves in the past. We are not living in the moment. We are not living in the present. So the William Shakespeare has said one thing in his famous novel, famous drama. To mourn a mischief that has passed and gone is the next way to draw a new mischief on. To mourn a mischief that has passed and gone is the next way to draw a new mischief on. It's a fantastic phrase. It is one of the most famous phrases of the William Shakespeare. So main thing is that we must live in the present moment. Whatever happened in the past is the water under bridge. Past is the water under bridge. Start feeling. Past is water under bridge.
Water under
bridge.
Bridge. It has flown away.
Yes, it is flown. Past is water under bridge. Always feel that you are living, that this moment is the most crucial moment, most important moment. Don't live in the past. If you have yesterday, you have made thousands crore, 100 crore rupees yesterday you have made, but today is the new day. You have to start from zero. Think like a cricketer, a batsman who is playing, he's starting his inning, and yesterday he has made century, but today is the new match. He has to start from the zero itself. His score will started from the zero. Yes. And this is very important. This is a perfect metaphor that how and why we should always feel that we are zero. And this concept is very powerful for the learning, and also the life philosophy. A life is working in this way.
Yes.
Life or the learning, life and learning, both are not a fairy tale. This is not fairy tale. And it is like a workbook. It is like a worksheet that you have to solve every single quiz, every single book, every single questions of it. The same way for the learning language. The feeling is important. Whenever you start getting a feeling that you have understood it fully, understood it naturally, and this clarity, this feeling is important for the learning as a first language. And because we are just trying to translate, and this is the biggest obstacle. Don't try to translate. Try to feel it. Try to feel it, the language. So shake it off. So now you have said your friend that shake it off, but your friend is unwilling to shake it off because he has God had there. And it is very difficult for him to shake it. So he start arguing to you that it is almost impossible for me to shake it off. How I can shake it off? It is hurting me. The pain, I have pain. The blood is coming out. It is very difficult for me. So whenever you just originality, novelty, whatever I have discussed here, the novelty is important. So here actually novelty is coming. The reason is that he is again giving you real conversations, naturally, new sentences, not listening or recording session. Something is the text system. No, the feeling is important. So you are getting a feeling, start feeling. Whenever you just found some sentences, some patterns, just try to feel. Somebody who is mourning again and again about something because he has a feeling about it. Whenever we feel embarrassed, suppose that during a conversation, during a lecture, you stick out your tongue, and somebody has clicked a picture, and now he is circulating that picture on the social media. So now the social media, and it is embarrassing. So you are feeling embarrassing. So how you feel? You will feel in English, embarrassing. Feeling embarrassing. So the words embarrassing and stick out, both are just sticking in your brain. Sticking. The feeling is very important. Whenever just always try to attach your learning emotionally. And this is the biggest secret, learning English as a first language rather than second language, because we have a feeling that English is our second language. just try to come out from this notion that English is a second language. No, English is our first language. Learn English as a first language. You start, feel the words. Don't try to translate. Feel. And this will totally change your English learning patterns. Totally change.
Yes.
And I hope that you have understood this lesson, sir. And start.
Yes, sir.
And okay, so actually I am sending you new link, sir. And it is closing this session. Closing the session and just sending you new link. I have actually recorded this.